What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Touchdown with Doug Smith. Man, I am so excited. I started watching this young man play football last fall for the first time, and man, this guy, he broke like 4 school records while playing for the Golden Gophers. He's also the all-time leading rusher for the Golden Gophers. And guess what? The NFL draft is less than a month away. He's about to be knocking heads off like Marshawn Lynch. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to take and welcome in our 2023 NFL Draft Prospect Series, Mohamed Ibrahim, University of Minnesota. How you doing today, man?
Thank you for having me, man. I'm doing great. Just out here getting closer and closer to my dream.
Man, that's beautiful, dude. I'm so happy for you, man. Like, dude, your energy is contagious, man. And obviously, we see what's on the film. And today, man, we just want to get to know the man underneath the helmet, man. Takes from the beginning. When did you first fall in love with the game of football?
I started at a very young age. I think the first time I realized that I was in love with football was the Madden cover where Michael Vick was on it. I think it was like 04, 03.
Oh, yeah.
My uncles used to play it, and I used to watch him all the time. They used to abuse Michael Vick, just spinning out the pocket, running out the pocket with him, stuff like that. And I just fell in love ever since that day. I was playing around the house, jumping on the couch, tackling myself. I even broke a coffee table when I was young. So we was living like on the second floor of our apartment building. The neighbors used to complain, so we moved to the basement. And ever since then, it's been up. I just been playing football, loving the sport. Really didn't play any other sports. I was too physical for basketball. I didn't have enough patience for baseball. So football was my main sport. So that's what I did my whole career.
That's dope, man. And shout out to I think it was 04 Vick in Madden. All you had to do was call a Hail Mary, and everybody goes out and he just runs around.
Just run out the pocket.
Oh man, what a classic, man. I forgot about that one, man. That's cool, man. Did you have a favorite football player growing up?
Yeah, it was Michael Vick. Michael Vick was my favorite football player. Ever since I seen him play on the games and just watch him play on Sundays, it was always Michael Vick.
That's awesome, man. I love Vick, man. I feel like that's one of those football players. If I met, I'd probably be,
Yeah, same.
Hey, what's your name? I don't know what I'd say, man. I don't know. I wouldn't hold it together. That's cool, man. So March 15th was your pro day, man. Minnesota Golden Gophers, man. How did your pro day go, man? How you feeling? How do you feel you did?
Pro day went great. I went out there and showed the scouts what I can do. And I just added on what I did at the combine. So I feel like I did great. I feel like I showcased my talents.
That's awesome, man. And when I watch your tape, dude, it's very hard to find any flaws in your game, dude. Like, you're a super violent runner, man, and I love it. It's that old school 1990s, 1980s NFL spirit, man. When you run, I love it, man. Is there any parts of your game that you're hoping to improve on going into the draft?
Yeah, I mean, all areas of my game, you can always find areas to improve in. I critique myself very hard. I learned that from my running back coach. He was always hard on me. Even if I had a great game, I go in there on Sundays and we always find something to work on. So I know some parts of my game that I want to critique a little bit more, and just showcase that I can do it better.
In the 2021 season, man, you had a pretty nasty injury. It was an Achilles heel, right?
Yes, sir.
They sent it. Yeah. So I watched that replay. I zoomed in. I was like, Lord, I don't want that ever to happen to me. And for a lot of guys, that would have been it, man. Bro, man, you came back with vengeance and you got the all-time rushing record, man. Talk to me, man. You're potentially at a low point. I don't want to put words in your mouth, but maybe at a low point in your football career. What was your mindset? Was it just revenge? I mean, what was your mindset going into the 2022 season?
Yeah. So once I got hurt, it was a lot of back and forth if I should go back to the college or go to the NFL. Weighing my options in that sense. So I start talking to people that I actually trusted. People that, they don't have no benefits from me going to the league or coming back, stuff like that. And I was asking like simple questions, like if I should go back or if I should come. The consensus is nobody ever come back from an Achilles injury. And they was going to put that label on me, and I didn't want that. I wanted to showcase that I was able to come back. I was able to be myself. And that's what the whole year was. The whole year was, hey, look, I'm still Mohamed. I can still play ball. Don't label me as those other cats that, say couldn't come back. But I can come back and I can play on this injury. And I can showcase that it don't affect me anymore. So that was my mindset throughout this whole year, was get better and better throughout the year, get stronger and stronger throughout the whole year, and just showcase what you can do.
Man, that's amazing, man. And I hope a lot of young people heard what you just said, man, because injuries happen. It could be a neck injury, could be spinal. Maybe it's not even football. It could be track and field, for crying out loud.
Right.
Whatever it may
Right.
be. It's a never, never, never take and give up, man. So that's beautiful. That being said, man, your stats and the highlight reel. I wouldn't be surprised if in the next decade they build a bronze statue of you, man. I mean,
I
man,
appreciate that, man.
I know I'm being your hype man right now, but I got to, man. But what are some things that you're very humble in your approach, man? What's some things that keep you humble in life?
My background, where I came from, I had a hard upbringing. So
Yeah.
I just take everything for what it is. I don't really see negatives in life. I find everything as a learning experience. I don't hold on to bad energy like that. So that's why I'm so upbeat. I'm so positive. You'll never see me have a bad day. I have hard days, but never bad days. I just take opportunities and grow from it.
A huge blessing too is, man, you had a coaching staff that stuck by you as well too, who believed in you, man. Like, we got to shout them out, man. That's awesome, dude. Like, I'm not saying no names, but there's some coaches out there where like, next, and
Right.
it's like it's really messed up because these are human beings at the end of the day, right? Leads me to my next question, man. For the next NFL team that selects you, and even if a team already has a running back, so they'd be a fool to even pass up on you. But for the next team that selects you, man, what are some things that are important to you that you're looking for in that team?
Um, just being able to grow. I think that I'm not going to walk in day one and be the player I'm gonna end up being. I think I need some opportunities to fail and grow, and take my learning curves. But I do think that I'm gonna walk in there and I'm gonna be a consistent guy. I'm gonna give it all every play I got. If I come in as a third down back, if I come in as a first down back, if I come in as a special teams guy, and any chance that I get on that field, you're going to know exactly what you're going to get from Mohamed. So I want the same from the coaching staff.
I was reading online. You have a pretty cool nickname, man. It's a mosquito. And would you mind going into depth, man? How did you get that nickname?
Yeah, so I got the name. So I grew up in Baltimore, and everybody in Baltimore got like a name.
Mhm.
And it's kind of just given to you. And I got my name Mosquito because if you ever around mosquitoes, you never really notice them. And then once you notice them, you can't stop noticing them. They always around you. You can hear them now. You always swatting yourself, stuff like that. Uh, uh, so in the case in real life, I'm a quiet guy, but once you get to know me, like I'll open up. I'm always loud. I'm always in your ear. I'm always making jokes, stuff like that. So it's a play off my first name, Mohamed Mo Mosquito. So
Yeah.
that's how I got it.
That's cool, man. I love that story behind that, man. That's really cool. I'm just Doug, man. That's it. Doug, that's it. Uh, man, do you have any running backs that perhaps you model your game after?
Yeah, so like I was saying with the Michael Vick story, I was watching games on Sundays and I fell in love with Arian Foster. He was another running back that I always kept eye on every Sunday. I wasn't in college, so I didn't have film or nothing like that, but just tuning in every Sunday, just seeing his highlights, taking little stuff from his game. And then fast forward to in college. So Jonathan Taylor went to my rival school, so I seen him
Ooh.
develop in college, and then watching him transfer that to the NFL. I admire his game. I like Derrick Henry's game. Um, I like Dalvin Cook's game. Um, yeah, I mean, there's a few backs in there that I really like, but those are the top 3, 4 guys.
I love it, man. And every single one of those guys have that DAWG, that dog.
For sure,
So
for sure.
yes, I could see the resemblance in the run style for sure. Man, out of your whole journey, what was your aha moment where you realized, like, man, I'm not your average football player, man. I could take this to the next level, the NFL. What was your aha moment?
I feel like it's a few games. I think the first game in college where I was like, okay, like I can play with the top boys was 2018 versus Ohio State. It was my red shirt freshman year. And it was my first like breakout game. It was my first 100-yard game. I scored my first touchdown in that game. My second aha moment was the end of that year versus Georgia Tech. That was my first 200-yard game. And then fast forward to the end of 2019 is when it skyrocketed me, was the Auburn game. I had a great Outback Bowl, and that really was like, okay, like you're playing with the big boys. Everybody said the SEC is where it's at, and you just did that versus the SEC team. Like now it's your turn, and then the rest was history. I didn't look back ever since that day.
That's beautiful, man. What is in the headphones on game day for you?
It's a lot of Meek Mill, a lot of Rod Wave. I just like to bring myself down. I don't really like getting hyped. I like to be calm, and those two guys just do it for me.
That's cool, man. Shout out to Meek Mill, man. I feel like everybody I interview, they say like the Lil Baby or something like that. Man. That's awesome,
that's
man.
New school. That's new school. That's new school.
Oh yeah, I can tell you got an old spirit, man. That's dope.
Yes, sir.
Very cool, man. And last question of the night, man. Draft night happens. Your name is called, whether you're driving to the new city or flying to the new city, man. It's going to be quite an experience for you, man.
Yes, sir.
What are some of your goals, rookie year, and then also throughout your NFL career?
I think the main part is I want to establish myself inside that locker room. I do it for the guys that I play with. I don't do it for myself. So I want to build trust in the locker room with those older guys, those veterans. And then I want to go out there and make a name for myself. It's my dream. I want to do it for the little kid that I was back in the day. I'm finally living out my dreams. I'm finally doing what I said I wanted to do. And my goal was never to just make it to the NFL. I want to be a legend. So I don't want me just walking through those front doors and say I made it and relax. That's when I got to turn on to the second gear, and I got to keep doing better and better for myself. So, I got to go in there and prove myself, prove it to myself at the end of the day. So I think that's the biggest part.
It's amazing. That is amazing. Well, there you have it, folks. That's Mohamed Ibrahim, 2023 NFL draft prospect. This guy, in my opinion, just very well may be the best running back in this year's draft. I know a lot of other names being shouted, but you've got to have Mohamed in the conversation. You have to. Mohamed, thank you so much for coming by the show today, man.
Thank you for having me, brother.
Absolutely, man. Before you go, any shout outs?
Yeah, shout out Coach Burns. Shout out to the whole running back room back at the Minnesota Gophers. They're going to do their thing this year.
Yeah, there you have it, folks. And go down below in the description of this video. I'm going to take and have all social media stuff below. Give him a follow. Get inspired. And, once draft night happens, man, y'all better be sure to go pick up that Mohamed Ibrahim jersey. It's coming.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for watching another episode of the Touchdown with Doug Smith, where I cover all 32 NFL teams plus NFL exclusive interviews. Hit that subscribe button, hit the bell for the alerts, comment below, and we'll catch you next time on the Touchdown with Doug Smith.